With the original State of Decay dropping on June 5th, 2013 on Xbox and the PC version on September 20th, 2013, Undead Labs had introduced its zombie apocalypse stamp on the gaming community. A rise in popularity saw the game sell over 1 million copies worldwide by October, which eventually led to their first DLC, Breakdown. Breakdown is a non-linear based DLC released on November 29th, 2013. Also saw success from the die-hard fanbase, but at the same time was often questioned as to why this style of play was never originally implemented into the vanilla release, how Undead Labs could charge 50% of a game that, as Eurogamer put it, was little more than a slight remix of an experience that already cost the best part of 15 quid. Now in my opinion, Breakdown was worth every single penny I spent on it. This now brings us to Lifeline. With a release date set for June 6, 2014, Undead Labs managed to make gaming history by being one of very few development teams that have beaten their anticipated deadline date. Lifeline was released 7 days earlier on May 30th, 2014. Welcome to the city of Danforth. Away from the more secluded setting of Trumbull Valley that we saw in the vanilla release as well as the DLC Breakdown, our story takes place in a more urban city-like environment. With the zombie virus already too far gone, the surrounding city and suburb environments are captured in the most perfect apocalyptic way we've yet to see in the State of Decay franchise. With waste piles, crumbling buildings and exploding skyscrapers, there isn't much more to the imagination needed. Greyhound 1, a small military unit sent to the overrun city of Danforth in hopes of finding and rescuing scientists whose research could lead to understanding and potentially curing the outbreak of the zombie virus. With little more than a broken radio connection to the outside world, you're set with tasks from your powers above to extract high-value targets consisting of people that could put an end to the mystery surrounding the virus. Dropping them back to the LZ for safe extraction is priority number 1. Along your journey, you will also be given the option to rescue civilians along with stranded soldiers. As well as a new background setting, a vast new array of game-changing qualities has been added to Lifeline. The much community-pushed ability to load more supplies into vehicles when travelling to and from destinations, a danger zone in the middle of the city that provides the endless amounts of undead as well as a death wish should you decide to venture inside, various new character traits and abilities, and also the awesome siege feature where your base takes a battering over several consecutive waves of zombies, leaving you and your team no choice but to stand your ground and fight with any means necessary. Now, State of Decay as a franchise to me has been a huge success in the gaming marketplace. The original and Breakdown titles were nothing short of indie development at its best. But when it comes to Lifeline, it is so fucking frustrating. I can't begin to fucking explain. I understand that this is the zombie apocalypse. The world has turned to shit and the game is trying to challenge you. But what Lifeline is trying to achieve with the mechanics it has just doesn't bloody work. And because of this, you
risk go high
constantly, because the artificial intelligence of the soldiers and civilians alongside you is about as advanced and intelligent as a wet sock. This clip, for instance, a zombie's just jumped over the fence. There's another one battering at the gate. And he's just standing there doing nothing. He turns around and looks at me. The gate's open now. Now the zombie's not doing nothing. This guy doesn't know what to do. And then he decides to do something. See? He decides to do something. It's shit like this that shouldn't happen because you have to
risk go high
for fuckwits that are supposed to be like trained military personnel. I don't trust this guy with my fucking goldfish, let alone saving the fucking world with me. This clip as well, for instance. I'm searching shit and these two fuckwits are standing there doing fuck all, picking their ass. Don't worry, I'll just leave myself to risk
go high
as well as my own while I'm sitting here thinking, am I really fighting alongside soldiers or are they just fucking idiots? You'd have thought being in the army would build sort of teamwork and stuff like that, and the fact that the world's turned to shit, you have to collect materials and resources, food, ammunition, construction materials. When you've got people with you, you'd expect them to help. It's such a simple thing to implement in the game, but they just don't do it. Look, 3 soldiers standing there doing nothing while I have to walk backwards and forwards 3 or 4 times to load the bloody car up. I'm supposed to be feeling like I'm working with soldiers, but instead it feels like I'm working with children that don't know their left from their bloody right. The artificial intelligence in the game really needs looking at. Look, yeah, I'll just fight these two off. Yeah, don't you just stand there and do fuck all, love. That's fine. I wouldn't expect you to
risk go high.
For me, you know, don't worry, because you've been programmed to be as thick as shit. What is this? And what is that? Oh, fuck off, him and all! And when you think everything just falls into place, you know, the game is doing exactly what it's meant to do, and then it does that. Now, I love State of Decay, I love Breakdown, and as developers, I love Undead Labs. We had a lover's tiff while I was writing the narration for this video, see? But when it has come to creating a storyline and structure of a game that's built around feeling like you're part of an elite force of soldiers that are there to get their hands dirty, pick up the mess that's been left behind and work as a unit, it just doesn't work when your fellow soldier is standing idly beside you as you bust your ass backwards and forwards loading up supplies, or makes no effort in fighting an undead mess that is stood 2 yards from him as it's chewing your face off. Sorry guys, but I truly believe you've hit a bump in the road here. Almost like when a band struggles with that second album, you know. So don't go and
risk your life
by buying State of Decay Lifeline. For me, it will just sit there and gather dust in my Steam games library. Thanks for joining me guys, until next time.